Hello! We are going to get on a ferry to
Nangan.
Nangan in Matsu
Yeah.
Islands. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! This is our reuniting trip after not
after
seeing
a
each
year.
other a year. Yeah,
A year and a few days.
yeah, around then. But it's gonna be really fun. So it's our first time going, right?
Yeah.
Well, they don't
Why
know
are you
that.
asking? Yeah, it's our first time. It's our first time, and when we saw the hours that it was took to get there, we were like scared.
Crying inside.
Yeah.
8 hours
yeah.
on this ferry at least, but we're gonna do it for the plot.
Yeah.
Do it for the plot.
Do it for the plot.
Yes. Okay.
Cannot even.
Yes. So we'll probably record more when we get on the boat.
Yeah.
Bye. So, as you just heard, my friend Joyce and I are going to Nangang in the Matsu Islands. This is a place not many people venture to, as it is quite the difficult journey. While you can fly, we opted for the 8 to 10 hour boat ride. And I was actually quite surprised. The boat was very nice, very clean, and we were pretty comfortable. Not to mention, there was an amazing snack bar with cheesecake that was to die for. I would definitely go back and ride the boat again because I think it's just a super fun experience. I would love the chance to go to Nangang again, or maybe next time even go to Beigang. I would definitely take the boat because I think it is for sure the more affordable and fun way to go. However, if you're prone to seasickness, definitely bring tablets to take. I'm not one to get seasick very much, but out there on the open water for that long, even I started to feel a bit queasy. So be sure you come prepared. After sleeping most of the night, we woke up and saw that land was in sight. We soon saw that land was in sight. We disembarked and got picked up by our Airbnb host. We are walking up a hill. Actually, we just got to the top of it. We came from down there. And yay!
I'm tired.
Me too. But we're going to get food. It's like almost 10 in the morning. And yeah, it's almost 10 in the morning. And we're hungry, so we're walking like 15-20 minutes to a little town since our town doesn't have restaurants. Yay! Little did we know that walk would take much longer than we anticipated, as elevation was not taken into account. But we were met with some stunning views and finally made it to the small town. When we got here, we looked around for some food and things were just opening up, and we finally found something called alcohol noodles, or Lao Jiu Mian. This type of alcohol used for the noodles is a Matsu specialty. Lao Jiu directly translates to old alcohol, and these noodles were so good that we were left talking about them the rest of our trip all around Taiwan for over a month. Even now, I still think back to them. After filling our empty stomachs, we set out once again on a mountain walk that overlooked the sea. Our goal was to make it to the Matsu statue. The statue is a goddess of some sort, though I am not quite sure about everything, and it seemed a bit mysterious, but we had a great time on our walk there, shared some funny stories, and plenty complaints of how tired our legs were. Transportation in Matsu is not the best, so we had to plan accordingly. Not too far away was the Blue Tears Museum. This museum showcased blue tears, which is a special type of plankton that glows in the dark. Whenever disturbed, it will shine a blue light, its bioluminescence. It was absolutely stunning and one of the main reasons we had chosen to come to Matsu. Here, we were able to watch some educational videos, read some signs, and even have a chance to see it with our own eyes. In front of us were dishes with water, and with pipettes in hand, we were allowed to stir the water to disturb the plankton, allowing us to view the bioluminescence with our very own eyes. This was quite special as we didn't have much luck when we went to the beaches. We were able to see a little bit by throwing a rock in the water, but far from what we had expected considering we went during peak season. But alas, with nature, it's all unpredictable. With some help of a local, we got on a bus and went back to one of the bigger towns on the island. Here we had the Family Mart specialty ice cream of the month, and we tried some Matsu local dishes. We had sweet potato dumplings and oysters. Both were very good, but we both agreed that the sweet potato dumplings were a little bit better in this case. With that, we concluded day 1, and as we go on to day 2, we decided that we wanted to explore one of the most beautiful villages I've ever seen. However, it's worth noting that the beach at this village was far from pristine. There was trash littered all along the sand, floating up in the water at every moment. Even as I looked around and tried to pick up pieces, it would be impossible for my single self to do it alone in just one day. But we tried not to let that bring our moods down, and we tried something with Lao Jiu again. This time, it was a slushie, as it was quite a hot day. We are now at a restaurant, about to eat some specialties of the Matsu Islands. This is clams. This is sweet potato dumplings in soup. And this is red sauce fried rice. We've only had this before, but not in soup. Everything else is our first time on the islands. Let me make it clear to y'all that Matsu Islands are a foodie heaven. This was one of the most delicious meals I've eaten in my entire life. The clams were absolutely to die for, and the red sauce fried rice had such a unique flavor, unlike anything I'd tasted before. Not to mention, the sweet potato dumplings were warm and comforting. One of the owners of the restaurant was so sweet and drove us back to our Airbnb when we couldn't figure out how to get on the bus and reception was too poor to call a taxi. I'll link their restaurant below. If you're ever in the Matsu Islands, you should definitely head over to Jinsha Village. Not only is it absolutely serene and picturesque, but the food here is brilliant and you have to try it. In case you haven't seen enough of my socks and sandals throughout the video, here they are again as we go out to dinner in the evening. We rested up in our Airbnb a bit before we headed back out. This night, we didn't film too much. Instead, we sat in a park as the sun went down and ate fried chicken as a group of older people danced in the back. We had a great time, plenty of conversations, and it was such a memorable night. Though, speaking of nights, be sure that if you need a taxi ride, do it before 9 p.m., as if I remember right, that is the time that taxis are no longer available. Thankfully, we had the number of a wonderful taxi driver who liked to be called Jia Jia, or older sister. She was super sweet and drove us around many times since neither of us drive. Our trip to Matsu was incredible, and though we were very tired from all the walking we unexpectedly had to do, we both enjoyed our trip very much and hope to go back someday soon. I would love to hear if you guys have been or plan on going to Matsu. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video on Matsu Islands. Please like and subscribe to follow me on my eco-travel content journey around the world, as well as to join me on my series in Taiwan, my favorite country in the world. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.